Hey everyone, it's Anna. Bienvenido otra vez a mi canal. If you are new here, what is up? Today we are updating all of my planners again for the month of October. And I'm still in my cloth and paper spiral planner, and it's in the no teak cover, so it's the same one that I've been using all year. It's a little late updating it for you guys, but I've been pretty good about planning on time. But so here is the overall for September. Like I said in the other video too, I usually decorate the overall monthly view, month at a glance pages at the end of the month once I know for sure how everything went for the month. So I kind of back plan the overall month, so that's that. But I am going to take out the little divider that says this month, and then we're going to move on over to October, and we're going to start with the October kind of like goals. I just call it the goals sheet. I'm going in first to color in the highlighted little box for the titles. I'm using the Tombow in 912, and I'm just highlighting these. And I'm going to leave this page for just a moment and go over to the first week of the month to get started with that. But I am going to come back to the goals page. So I'm sorry, I go a little bit out of order and a little bit back and forth. I kind of go with however I have like the thought of what needs to be written down, or like what colors I want to use for where I want to highlight what. And a lot of times when I do use the Tombows, I like to give them time to dry down instead of just either writing my title in first and then directly like right away coloring the box, or coloring the box and then right away writing in there. I like to give it a little time to dry. But I am going in with just my normal decor. I'm using the color dot in the color coral to kind of match a little bit more with that Tombow, but also to look a little bit Halloweenish orange, just a little bit. I'm not going to go too crazy with decorations. I haven't been lately. I've just been kind of keeping it a little bit more simple and sticking with using the markers for a lot of things that I want to add in. So I just do my dots that I always do, and I am going to title or just kind of like section off and highlight some of these tasks, since they're going to be an overall thing, like all the errands on Thursday and my chores on Sunday. But I'm going to go in with one of my favorite pens right now. It is the Uniball Signo. I love this because it is such a small point, a fine point. It's the 0.28, and I love it for writing super small. But I'm going to use this just to kind of highlight the overall task for each specific day. So I've made Mondays admin days, film days are Tuesdays. I edit on Wednesday and Thursday. Fridays are really my errand days, but we had to make that Thursday for this week, even though I wrote it on Friday. And then for Saturday is really my housekeeping and stuff like that. And then Sunday is a reset, just getting ready for the next week. And I apologize for the audio in this video. I know it's kind of like up and down. I got a new mic and I'm trying to figure it out and fix the settings so that my voiceovers can sound a lot better in these videos. So please bear with me while I get that sorted out. I'm really sorry, but I think from here on out in the video, it should be decent. Hopefully. You can let me know in the comments. But so I'm just adding the titles to these sections like I usually do. I keep this first list as things that I need to get done, just random tasks for my social media. And then I also have my admin list here, and then I have my projects, which is like my work. And I just like to use the same Tombow marker to just make little dots, and I do that beforehand just so that it's already done. And when I think of tasks, I can just write it in there. For this week, I decided to reach for some old stickers that I haven't used in a while, but you can tell I have so many. These are, I don't even remember when I bought these, but I'm gonna kind of go with a little bit of an orange and green Halloween colorway. So I figured I could pull these out finally and get some use out of these sticker sheets and use a lot of the green ones that are in here, because looking through them, I did see some really good stickers that I could use for icons to highlight certain things that I need to do for the week. So these are the sticker sheets that I'm going to be using for this week, and I'm mainly going to be grabbing off the ones that are the really nice green color to accent the orange in the spread. So I'm grabbing some tweezers and I'm going to start grabbing these stickers off. I usually like to section off these pages with the left side appointments and like timed things that I have during the day, and then I use the box or the like grid on the right side to do day specific tasks, like things that need to actually happen on that day. And the running lists on the right side with like the socials and the admin are stuff that either needs to happen literally every day of the week and I don't want to write it over and over again, or it can happen at any point, anytime, any day during the week. So it's just a running list over there. So I'm just adding some green stickers in just to add a little bit of that color and also a little bit of decor, and just because I need to actually use my stickers. I'm using another super old sticker book to add some extra Halloween stickers. This is around the time when I really like decorating more than the rest of the year. I don't know why. I get really excited for the holidays, especially Halloween and then especially Christmas later on. But so I'm going to use a little bit of stickers just to add a little bit more fun to the spread for this week. And I'm pretty sure I said that I kept it pretty minimal with barely any decorations. Yeah, I guess I decided to throw that out the window. Once I started adding stickers, I was like, oh yeah, I love stickers. And I remembered that I also have these holiday sticker books. So I wanted to reach in and grab just a few Halloween stickers. Because like I said, I get excited. Once I remember, I have cute stickers. Again, just a few older stickers. I looked in my little drawer of stickers, found these, and reminded myself of just how many pages of these I have. I really can only use these around Halloween time, so decided to throw a few of these on for decoration also. And another pen that I've been using is the Pilot G6. I like this one because it does write a little bit thicker since it's a 0.5, but I'm using this to write in for deliveries next to the little skulls that I added in there, just because since it is a thicker nib, a thicker pen, it writes just a little bit thicker. How many times can I say that? I'm using this to highlight without over highlighting and without actually adding more color to the sections. If that makes any sense. Do I ever make sense? I don't know. So then just filling out on my little list over here. Again, I kind of fill out things as I'm decorating and as I'm updating my planner, whatever things come to mind of things I need to write down. And sometimes I will leave stuff blank so that I can fill it in later in the week, again, once I kind of think of things that need to be written down. So again, just kind of filling these all out as I think of things to write for each day. I usually plan on Sundays, so obviously the first 2 days of the week, Monday and Tuesday, are easier for me to actually fill out. And since it's the beginning of the month, there's bills to pay. So it's just easier to fill these days out. But I'm going to go in with the clean color dot marker in Kiwi to match the green stickers. And I'm adding in just any appointments that I might have. So for Friday, Cheez-It had a vet appointment, so I used the sticker and the green marker to match that. And I'm just going over the storage payment there with the green marker and just thinking of things that I can write in with the green marker next to the stickers. Again, really just to add a little bit of extra color to the spread. And then I'm going back to the goals setting page at the beginning of the month just to write in the headers and also kind of get this page started and kind of set up so that when I do think of what goals I want for the month, I can just easily go in and fill this out. It's already all set up. And I'm using this pen. It's actually from Dollar Tree, but I like using this one for headers also because it does write larger. It's a 0.7. But so for my goals, I usually categorize them for body, mind, money, home, socials, and projects. And then, like I said, maybe by like the 5th day of each month, I like to have that filled in. But I really like to take my time and think about what goals I want to achieve specifically for that month. And then lately, I've been totally filling out these pages and actually using them the way they have them titled with like important dates and just that little checklist of things that need to happen overall at some point in the month over there on the right side, and then adding in my bills also. So maybe one day though, I will kind of go over just this page by itself and kind of think it through with you guys. So let me know though if that's something you guys would want to see, if you want to see any more like in depth of me actually filling everything out with you guys as I think it through instead of just kind of like an overview of everything. Let me know if you'd like to see that. Once I have this all filled out on this page the way that I like it for right now, I can move through to the rest of the planner again for what I've already worked on. Again, I'm skipping the month at a glance, the monthly view, because I do that at the end of the month. So we're not doing that right now. But I go back and double check the week that I just planned out just to make sure I didn't miss anything that I need to write down right now, or if there's anything that I thought of while I was working on the other pages, I can do that. Then the very last thing before I close it is I just add all of the little dividers back in their place. So this is the this week divider, and then I also add the this month little tab divider back in that section also. Since it's the beginning of the month, we do have to update the tracker. So I fully make this myself. So this is the one from September. It's not complete. I didn't fully fill everything out, and especially like around my birthday, I kind of like fell off of actually opening up my planner to update the tracker. So it's not the most accurate, but I have been doing a lot better with my trackers overall this entire year, and I'm really proud of myself. I think it's because I've really come up with a way that I like to see how it looks, and if it's not complete at the end of the month, I just get upset. So I've been a lot better about filling it out. But before I start the next month, so before I start October, I kind of glance over the month beforehand, so for September right now, and just make sure that I have everything filled out as best as I can remember, or as best as I have in like my Fitbit for like my sleep tracking. And again, most of the writing tools that I do use for my tracker do bleed through the page and show on the other side of the page. So that's what I was showing. It does show through, and so that's why I just grabbed 2 new sheets of pages to do the tracker every month instead of doing front and back, because it would be so confusing to look at if I could see the bleed through from the previous month through onto the new month pages. So I'm setting up for October the tracker the same way that I do for every month. And I'm going in first with the Tombow marker. I'm using the N95 for the lines and the numbers up at the top. I just do this first every time. It just makes it a lot easier once I have all of this laid out. So we're just doing the numbers all across the top on both pages and then just highlighting the lines to like block everything off. And I actually messed up the first one that I did, so I redid it because I I overdid the lines, and if I already am not completely happy with how it looks before I've literally even started the tracker, I it's going to bug me and then I won't want to use it because it's going to make me mad to look at. So I just redid it. Sometimes that happens, but this is another reason why I'm actually happy that I don't do back and forth, because I wouldn't really be able to do it over again if I was doing like this page, the front page of October, on the back page of September, if that makes sense. Just again, I like doing it on brand new pages for that reason too. So not only for the ghosting that goes through, but also in case I make any mistakes. So I'm just starting by adding the numbers for my sleep, for tracking my sleep, and then writing the different ways that I track my mood. Again, I do like 2 per line on some of these, so you'll have like one mood slash another mood, only because of space. If I had more space, I definitely would not double them up like that, but it is what it is. And then I just kind of go over and just make it look a little bit nicer, add a little bit more coding to it, bold some of the words, stuff like that. I've been using this Unipin fine line marker. It's a 0.5. It's just in black, but I've been using this and I did get it from a cloth and paper box that I complain about, but I've been liking this to kind of color in, because a lot of these to track, I fully color in the boxes, and a lot of the pens that I have just don't, they're not the same as using like a marker. And since again, I'm not writing on the back side, I don't worry about it bleeding through. It's not covering anything up on the other side, so I'm fine with using a marker. So, but this was one that I've really been liking. I feel like it's like perfect size. It's great. And I'm just going in with the same gray Tombow marker to label the different sections that I have. So just adding the titles to each category. So down at the bottom, I have like self-care. So I just label it as care. And actually now, I think this is actually a darker Tombow. Yeah, it's N65. So it's a darker one than I usually use. I just wanted to see what it looked like on the paper, and I actually don't like it. So next time, for next month, I'll probably go back to using the lighter gray for everything. I don't know. I guess it kind of goes with a little bit darker of October, so it didn't really bother me. And plus, I had already done all the work, and this wasn't as bad as messing up the lines. I have the self-care, health, mood section, and then the last one that's up at the top actually is my sleep section. And lastly, for the tracker, to get it set up, I like to kind of separate the page a little bit. It just makes it easier to navigate it when I'm actually filling it out each day. So I'm going back in with the lighter gray, the N75 Tombow, and I'm just highlighting some of the things that I would be tracking, or like some of the parts. I don't know. So like for neutral, panic attack, I put that there. For exercise, really just to kind of break up the boxes. Again, it just makes it easier when I am actually sitting down to fill out the tracker to kind of locate where I am on the page. And it just adds a little bit more, it's a little bit more eye-catching, and especially for certain things that I might be tracking, like if it's a headache, I don't think I highlighted that, but for like the panic attacks, that's something like pretty severe that's a little more important for me to know if I do have one of those in the month. So it just brings my eye to that a lot easier. And then before I put it back in the planner, I'm just filling out the first few days. And again, I'm just double checking September and making sure that that's fully filled out to the best of what I can remember before I open up my planner and go back to the spot where these should go in here and putting them back in. And that's everything done in my everyday carry planner. It houses everything, my spiral from cloth and paper, so I can close that up and move that over. And now it's on to the next planner that I'm setting up for October. And I'm super, super, super excited because I'm grabbing back out one of my mini planners. So I always do this when I have a ton of appointments that are coming up. I like to make sure that I have my mini planner in my bag. So time to reach back for one of these. And these are my collection of little minis so far. I do have a lot of happy planner ones with discs and a lot of different covers, but as far as actual planners, like ring bound planners, these are the ones that I have. So I did decide on using this one. It's the Filofax Mini. Love, 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 love. It's in black, perfect for October. I think I'm going to do a separate video though of actually flipping through everything, but let's see kind of what I have to decide through. I have not used the mini size in so long, so I'm really excited to pull it out and to start using it again. It has super old stuff in here, so I just kind of took everything out and started again from scratch. I keep all of my little printable inserts and just anything that I would want to use for my mini planners in this little Sterlite container. Everything just fits perfectly. I have the little cards from cloth and paper and this little wallet. I wanted to use this little wallet, but it was going to make it a little too chunky for how I want it to look right now. So I did go through and pick out a few printables that I have just to start with, to kind of remind myself what I have and just to see what I'm working with at first. So I'm just going through everything. I still haven't really decided what monthly I like best. With using the mini planner, since it's so small, like I just really feel like you really have to kind of streamline everything and just be really thought out with how you're using all of the inserts, because for me personally, I don't like it to be too chunky. I'm also using mine as a wallet, so it is going to have my cards and my money in there as well. I'm mainly using this to keep track of things that I might need for different appointments that I have. I have a doctor's appointment this month. I need to schedule and make a dentist appointment. So I just feel like after this doctor appointment, I'm also going to have a lot more appointments after that. How many times can I say that word? So I went through and I'm still deciding on some of these inserts. Like I said, I haven't used this size planner in so long. So I'm going to be kind of trying things out to see what I like best. But these are some of the inserts that I already had printed out, and we're just going to see how it goes so far. I still need to hole punch a lot of these inserts. So for now, I just kind of went through and kind of placed them in where I think they might go. And if they did already have hole punches, I just put them on the rings. But I will definitely do a flip through once I get this all set up. But I just kind of got it started. And then I moved on over to my social media planner, which is my last planner to set up each month. And it's really, really simple. It's more just like tracking my stats, my analytics so far with my social media since I started taking them a little bit more seriously this year. I just thought it would be a lot more motivating for me personally if I kept a little bit more track of really the movement and the engagement and everything that I was getting with my social media to kind of keep me actually doing it and working at them. So I am using a Happy Planner disc bound system for my social media planner. I'm not sure the exact name of this size Happy Planner, but it is the largest size that they have. So I'm just opening this up and it is inside of a cover that I shopped my stash for. I got this forever ago from Michael's on clearance and I shopped my stash for this entire planner, which I'm so proud of. I finally made my social media planner kind of set up how I really like using it. So I'm coming into October. I already kind of moved some of my sticky notes over from September. Now in this planner though, I do use sticky notes to try to plan out the month because again it's for my social media, so it's for like videos and stuff that I need to film and post. But since I shopped my stash, I do have to change a lot of stuff around about the pages. So the first thing that I do usually is open up the month at a glance and redo all of the numbers and cover up any of the holidays that might be already printed on the page since I'm changing the numbers around the dates for each day around, obviously the holidays are going to be listed on the wrong date. So I do cover a lot of that up. I use like a whiteout little pen. I sometimes use gel pens also to white it out, but it's just really whatever I have right in front of me at the time. But so I go through, cover stuff up, replace the numbers, and then I can get started with planning. And if I have any sticky notes of stuff that I didn't accomplish in the previous months, I just kind of think about where I might want those to happen. And usually I put those down right away. So I kind of start getting an idea for what my month is going to look like right off the bat. Just a reminder thing, really, but mostly in my month at a glance in my social media planner, this one, I use sticky notes. It's just easier for this exact reason. If I don't get things done in the month before, I can just move it over. And sometimes I decide to move videos or film different days, upload things on different days. So it just makes it easier. Instead of using stickers or writing it directly on the page, I can adjust it as the month goes on. And so the next page after the month at a glance is each of my social media trackers of like follower counts and stuff like that. Luckily, I already had this set up for this month of October, so that saved me a lot of time there, which is awesome. But then I switched and moved over to the other side and realized that I don't have my week at a glance pages in here because I ran out of them here at this house. So Anna, please, I'm trying to remind myself that I'm gonna have to grab more pages of those. But so I'm just gonna fill out or start to fill out and put to pen how I keep track of all of my followers and everything on these pages for each account. It's become a lot and I just feel like it's so much easier to see everything written out and to keep track of everything written down. And again, I am someone, I will write things over and over and over and over again. It doesn't bother me. I just have a really bad memory. So the more I write things out, the more likely I am to actually, I don't really want to say pay attention to them, but to pay attention to them and actually get things done. So I write out week 1 through 4 down on the left side, and then on the top I list out with each section the different social media platforms that I have. And I got this idea from someone else. I wish I knew and could remember who it was, but I have seen other people kind of set these specific pages up the same way. So I definitely do not take credit for this thought out way of listing everything, but it has really, really been working for me to keep track of the changes that I have in followers for each account as each week goes on. And then I have a little spot down at the bottom also where I make notes for the overall month. If there's anything that might have specifically affected my follower count or just anything like that, I can make note of that on the very last section down by where the wrong girls are on the left side there. So cute. And then I have this page that I just check off as a tracker for posting on each different social media that I'm really, really focusing on right now, which is posting to TikTok and then posting to Instagram. I haven't posted on Instagram. I know it's so bad. It's still the app that gets deleted first if I'm out of space, and I'm always out of space. And then I have live stream on there too, and I can just check it off if and when I get that done throughout the month. I found a few more pages of these wrong weeklies, but I realized that the dates are wrong, and I was trying my best in the other months to match up correctly the date with the actual day. And so at first I didn't want to use these. I was like, ugh, let me just find the correct ones that match up. And then I was like, no, I just want this done. I need to make sure I'm actually using these pages. So I decided to grab some stickers and just repurpose and change out the numbers for the day so that everything matches. Again, just repurposing old stuff. As you can see, it's from 2021. Since it's old, obviously, I'm just going to white that out. I could also use stickers to cover that up, but I just decided to use the whiteout. So again, I'm using something that I got on clearance from Michael's so long ago, and I'm just looking for some good stickers. I'm obviously going to use the black ones for October, but then just going in and changing the numbers on each day. Whenever I need to write super small, I like using the Uniball Signo. It's the RT1 because it's a 0.28. It writes so small, so I'm using this pen again to go in and label kind of the overall task for each day, the admin, film, edit, housekeeping, and errands, all of that. Like I said, I will rewrite anything and everything over and over and over again. And I'm starting with labeling this little section for the live streaming schedule, like times that I have. And then I'm going through on each day and just adding in the color coding and the shape coding that I have for each platform and each social media account. So the stars is anything with YouTube, and then the hearts are Instagram for me. That's how I've decided to do them. And then the pink is one account and the blue is another account on each platform. So I go through and just write that on every single day so that it's already done. And then once I go in and add any information for that specific platform, it's already there. Because again, this is the stuff I'm trying my best to do every single day. And so I use those full sheets as my weeklies, but this little half sheet that I have is for the entire month. So I decided to use the back for things that I still need to do that have like a deadline, which is mainly reviews that I have due for different products and samples that I get. So the first one is reviews that don't require a video for. It's literally just going in and writing a review for whatever item it is. And then I have the ones that I actually have to film videos because because obviously it's a little bit more time consuming to sit down and actually film a video. And then down in the note to self section is where I keep track of any videos that I need to film. It's mostly for YouTube, but it's really just any video in general that I can think of at the beginning of the month that I really want to get done for that month. It goes there. And I mean, I have a few different places where I keep a running tab of different videos and things I want to film, but this is for this month specifically. And sometimes it does run over from the previous month. I hate doing it, but sometimes it does happen. And I couldn't think of anything to put on this page right now specifically, but I wanted to get it kind of set up to remind myself how I wanted to be using this back side of the page. So this is a section of things I need to film and then edit. Again, it's just another checklist. Even though I have it written on that note to self section, this is more specifically for that week. So it goes from the month in that little half sheet and then things that need to get done in that week on the full page. And then I obviously flip back through to close the whole planner, but also just to do kind of like a double check and see if there's anything else I can think of right now in the moment to write down. Sometimes I'll double check again the previous month just to make sure I've filled everything out again do the best of what I can remember. But that is how I have updated all of my planners so far for October and getting started with the new month. Let me know your guys' thoughts in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. Please give the video a thumbs up though if you did enjoy it, and make sure you're subscribed to my channel and the little bell is clicked and turned on so that YouTube can alert you when I do post new videos. I'm still trying my best to have videos out for you every single week. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.